Well, it seems that the situation in West Bengal has been deteriorating since some time now. First, we saw ED officials being attacked in West Bengal when they were en route to nab TMC leader Sheikh Shahjahan. Now, recently, the NIA team has been attacked in West Bengal's East Medinipur district when they arrived to arrest the key conspirators of a 2022 Bhupati Nagar blast case. Locals, in fact, surrounded the vehicle and pelted stones at a car of the NIA team, damaging the windscreen. One of the officers of the NIA was also injured in this attack. Amidst all this, the question which looms large is what has caused Bengal to get so much, in fact, violent, and when will this kind of a violence against agencies stop, and will Mamata Banerjee take some sort of an action? We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Pratyush Singh, BJP leader. Also with us on the program is Mr. Manav Jaiswal, TMC spokesperson. Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, joins us on the program as well. Last but not the least, Mr. M.L. Sharma, former SP Director, CBI, Special Director, joins us on the program as well.
Today, after the attack, what Mamata Banerjee said is utterly shameful. She said that some chocolate bomb was bursted in 2022, and for that case, NIA came to arrest few people, and NIA and CBI are the two brothers of BJP. I want to ask that 3 people lost their lives when a house blew up while they were making bombs in a residence of a TMC leader. Is this equivalent to the bursting of chocolate bomb?
Rajalakshmi Joshi, what do you make of what's happening over here? It's very, very strange that agencies such as the NIA find themselves under threat in a state like West Bengal.
Yes, Vineet, that is so sad and unfortunate that even a chief minister seems to be endorsing this kind of violence, and she's actually defending the perpetrators of the crime. So, these central agencies, they are working, on a completely neutral basis, and the state government is supposed to be cooperating with them. And just look at it, that when these agencies, they are investigating a bomb blast in one of their own workers' house, this actually they should have cooperated with them. So instead of that, what they are doing is they are not only attacking, and in huge numbers. Just look at it, around 100 or 150 people have attacked them. And to add to it, Mrs. Mamata Banerjee is asking that why did they go there at midnight or early in the morning? One thing that I would want to say is that the NIA always, wherever they do all these raids, they do it early in the morning, because there has to be an element of surprise. And obviously, they will not want to alert the people in question. And, so there is a procedure that they follow. So I'm sure that they have followed all the whatever protocol had to be followed, and they were doing their job. They're simply doing their job. Just like what happened in Sandesh Khali, here also the central agencies, they have been attacked. So this is some case of lawlessness where, we have seen this happening even during the Panchayat elections. We have seen this happening during earlier elections also, where, the Mamata Banerjee government, they say that last time so many people had died, this time only so many people died, so this is less violence. So it's like they actually don't seem to care for the numbers. For them, it's just statistics. They don't care for the human lives. Even people in high offices, like even the judges, even people in such positions of power also feel helpless in a state like West Bengal. So it is a very sorry state of affairs, Vineet, and I'm shocked as to how a chief minister can make such irresponsible statements and actually defend the people who are actually doing a crime. So I think that some strict action needs to be taken.
Okay, let's get a response.
First of all, namaskar to the nation. I don't know which land are we talking about. If you're talking about Bengal, you've just forgotten what happened to you just forgotten what happened to Noida in recent times. You've forgotten what happened in Aligarh when Bengal police went in to arrest the Mandal leader of the BJYM. You just had, unfortunately, the whole media and the Bharti, which is not Bharti, sorry, but the Bhrashtachari Jumla party is only focused on Bengal, because they want to conquer Bengal. What they have been doing now, I need to give you a date, which is the 4th of June 2023, when this particular case was handed over to NIA. What was NIA doing for the last 10 months? Where was NIA? What kind of investigation they actually been through? They could not even arrest a single person in the last 10 months. There should be an agency which is nispaksh in Hindi. We should be neutral. I forget how Ms. Joshi has been watching these news channels these days. We're talking about electoral bonds, which is not electoral bonds, it's the extortion bond.
So, yeah, okay. Rajalakshmi wants to respond to you. Then we...
vote on the dead bodies of the Pulwama.
Okay. All right. Okay. We've gone out of context now. Rajalakshmi, quickly respond to what Manav just said.
Vineet, I could hear a whole lot of whataboutery, but not one word on what exactly transpired when the people attacked the NIA officers. Not one word about it. And now coming to all these kind of allegations that Mr. Jaiswal has been saying, Dr. Jaiswal. So he spoke about electoral bonds. Now it is very rich, coming from Dr. Jaiswal from the TMC party, who has 99% of their funding coming from electoral bonds. If it was so questionable, then why have they accepted electoral bonds? Why have they done that? And what was the reason for them to resort to this means of funding? They could have gone through any other way. It is very rich of them to put questions on the BJP about all of this. So I think there is a lot of whataboutery here and no direct answer about whatever we had put across to him. Now coming to the actual action of the NIA, let me just remind Dr. Jaiswal that there were a lot of summons given to all these people. There were summons to 8 people in this case of the NIA. And they did not respond to them, and that is why today the NIA officers went to the house of the TMC Karyakarta, and that is when they were attacked. So, Vineet, it is not as if suddenly the NIA woke up, a few days before the elections and then they were attacked. So this is something, this whataboutery is not going to lead anywhere. And the people of Bharat are not foolish. They can see what is happening, and you are conducting debates on all different issues every time. So it is not as if, one particular issue is taken up and something else is not. So we have all discussed and debated about all kinds of violences across the country. So it is not as if you are only nitpicking on one particular issue. But this thing about Bengal is a repeated incident. This thing is going on. We have all seen what happened at Sandesh Khali. So this cannot be just overlooked. Vineet, just because this is close to the elections, the NIA cannot overlook something that is causing a security issue. If somebody is there found to be making bombs or somebody is there with something questionable, then obviously the NIA has to do their job. The law and order cannot be just overlooked just because elections are due.
Okay.
So this is something silly and ridiculous, Vineet.
All right, Mr. ML Sharma, what do you make of this situation? These officers who've been attacked in Bengal on the 5th of January and now very recently, they obviously were just doing their jobs.
Frankly speaking, I entirely agree with Rajalakshmi ji, and I just don't agree with Dr. Jaiswal or anything that he has said. I don't want to repeat what Rajalakshmi ji has said. You see, violence perpetrated against the central government officers, NIA officers, and I have been a police officer all my life for 40 years, working in CBI for 20 years, doing all kinds of things. At that time, all these kind of crimes were investigated by the CBI is very unfortunate. More unfortunate is the explanation given by the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal. I mean, this kind of violence can't be justified. One can only condemn it, saying that it's unfortunate and we'll take care. That doesn't happen in future.
I want to divert the issue from the fact that Bengal right now is sitting on a heap of gunpowder. Manav Jaiswal want to divert us from the fact that there is an unholy nexus between TMC leaders and these goons, these fringe elements who are making bombs, and they have turned entire West Bengal into a factory of bombs and a factory of violence. Mr. Manav Jaiswal want us to divert from the fact that this West Bengal election would go very violent if it's not curbed at the very grassroots. And when NIA is doing something, it's not doing something spontaneously. A case was registered and NIA has done this investigation. And when NIA started their investigation, Mamta Banerjee in a public meeting said that I have heard that NIA has taken charge, and I'll disclose in internal meeting. I'll say that internally how to tackle NIA. Mamta Banerjee or her other leaders might have instructed these people that how to prevent NIA from conducting such raids. And NIA will always go in the morning.
Kartas who are working on the grassroots level, even every individual, every leader, every Mahila Karmi is with Mamata Banerjee. BJP knows it. BJP knows it very well. The only agenda they are running is somehow, tarnish the image of Bengal, create havoc, arrest the Karmis, arrest the people of the booth Karmis, the booth members, so that they cannot run into proper election. They cannot go and talk to their own voters.
convince them to revisit your alignment with Mamata Banerjee? This is what's been happening.
To what you have said from Rajalakshmi Joshi as well. Rajalakshmi Joshi, Manav has made a very important point. He's saying that these perhaps could be optics. Nothing is going to change on the ground for Mamata Banerjee, considering the kind of work she has done. How do you respond to that?
Vineet, I wish that was true. I really admire the fact that Ms. Mamata Banerjee is a very dynamic woman chief minister. But she could have been empathetic and sympathetic towards the women of her state. When all the women at Sandesh Kali, they were saying, they were crying their hearts out, saying that one of her own people is harassing them, is molesting them, is abusing them in every way possible, is disrespecting their dignity. At that time, she was questioning the credibility of their claims. Her own people, the MP from that area, Ms. Nusrat Jahan, she was practically missing, completely missing. So what did the women, the dynamic women of West Bengal do? All these women in power, what did they do for the women in Sandesh Khali? So today when Ms. Rekha Patra, she is standing up for the women in Sandesh Khali. So, I think that I hope that she gets elected and that she reaches parliament and that she's able to do something for the women there. So, I'm sure that the electorate will give a response, whatever it may be. And I hope that there will be free and fair elections. So, what I was saying is you cannot just overlook the law and order situation. And this thing about the NIA, again, sadly, I have to repeat the fact that the NIA had given summons to at least 8 people, in respect to this case, but they did not respond. So this is similar to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, where he intentionally kept just ignoring all his summons till a few days before the elections, so that he is arrested at a time when he can then claim that he is being harassed during the elections. So why do these people keep ignoring these summons? Why don't they just go and approach the courts if they find that something is wrong? Why do they have to attack the central agencies? That is something that is beyond my understanding. Just look at Sandesh Khali, those ED officials, the way they were attacked. This is something that actually is unacceptable. If it was anything about any of them being unfairly targeted, they could have approached the courts. But Ms. Mamata Banerjee did not choose to do that. In fact, she is just going on saying that whatever the people are doing is right. So and she is not really standing up with the people that she should have been standing up for. So it is only her workers that she is standing with. So the actual victims of all these crimes, where is she standing with them? She could have stood up for them and said that I will take care and I will take care of you, and I will make sure that not one person from my political party or any political party for that matter will harass you. She did not do that. It would not have been a matter of this political party or that political party.
Let's
Dr. Jaiswal's view that NIA officers should have taken help of local police. Well, generally, help of local police is taken in conducting this kind of operations. But then, as has been said earlier, element of surprise, because police system has degenerated and they are kowtowing everywhere. So perhaps in their wisdom, they must have decided to avoid taking local police help.
I would like to thank everyone for being a part of this conversation.